Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. Hope you are all doing well. So today we have the Vitara Brezza and the Suzuki S-Cross, and in this video I'm going to give you the information of both of these cars. So now I'm going to give a little overview of the Vitara Brezza. So the Maruti Suzuki Vitara Brezza is a subcompact crossover SUV which is manufactured by Maruti Suzuki in India, and it is one of the best selling compact SUVs in India till today. And one more proud thing for the Indians is that the Brezza is the first Suzuki branded car which was fully designed and developed in India. The Maruti Suzuki Vitara Brezza is a handsome vehicle. There is no denying the strong lines and the stance it adopts. So now let's talk the dimensions of the Vitara Brezza. It is under 4 meter of course, and the design is so clever such that it doesn't feel like it's under 4 meter in length at all. So talking about the ground clearance is pretty reasonable. It has 200 mm of ground clearance, which means you have enough room to hurdle large obstacles. And it feels enough if you decide to take the Vitara Brezza off-road. And also if you wish to watch the off-road review of the Vitara Brezza, I have left an iCard right there, and also you can find the link in the description. As you can see on the screen, I have left a small box which completely explains the dimensions, the weight and the tire size of the car. The price of the Vitara Brezza starts from 7.51 lakh and goes up to 11.42 lakh. So now let's talk Suzuki S-Cross. The S-Cross is a premium crossover and a significant model for India's largest automaker, Maruti Suzuki. The bold looking front with Suzuki Heritage grille, HID projected headlamps with LED DRLs, the aerodynamic design, elegant contours at side, rear combination of lamps with LEDs and a dynamic stance, this is what S-Cross has to offer. And talking about the ground clearance, it has 180 mm of ground clearance, which is pretty good for off-roading. If you wish to watch the off-road review of the S-Cross, please click the iCard right there, or I have left a link in the description. As you can see on the screen, I have left a small box which completely explains the dimensions, the weight and the tire size of the car. And the price starts from 8.39 lakh and goes up to 12.39 lakh. So before starting the video, a huge thank you for Dara Chocolates for sponsoring today's video. Dara Chocolates is a homemade chocolate company which is based in Mysuru. As you can see on the screen, the images of variety of chocolates is going on. All of these are completely homemade. And also one more crazy thing is that they teach you how to make all of these nice delicious chocolates. You can not only learn from them, you can also buy these healthy homemade chocolates. I have left all the details in the description. And also they have their own YouTube channel where they tell and give you how to make some basic chocolates. Go check it out. So now let's discuss the engine. So the fact is that both of these cars actually has the same exact engine. So both of these cars are powered by 1.5 liter K15BK series petrol engine which produce around 103 bhp and 138 Nm of torque. And also this engine is known for its reliability, performance and efficiency. So talking about the design of the Vitara Brezza, it has this very slim and very wide grille that flows smoothly from headlamp to headlamp. And it also has a slim daytime running LEDs which accentuate the width of the Vitara Brezza. The headlight setup is completely LEDs. So now let's move on to the S-Cross. So talking about the S-Cross, the front end is undoubtedly the most attractive profile of the S-Cross. It has this big complete LED projected headlamps with the DRLs with the 2-slat chrome grille which looks aggressive. So now let's move on to the tire section. Both of these cars actually has the same exact tire size. So these are wrapped up in 215/60 R16. So moving on to the Vitara Brezza, it has a 16-inch wheels and tires do a decent job of filling out the wheel arches and giving the side profile a fuller appearance. So now let's move on to the tire size of the S-Cross. Like I said, it has the same exact size of the tires. So these are wrapped up in 215/60 R16 and these are complete diamond cut alloy wheels which actually suits the car pretty good and also absolutely looks beautiful. So now let's talk about the length of the S-Cross. The S-Cross is over 4 meter in length, which happens to be 400 and 330 millimeters. So talking about the length of the Vitara Brezza, it is under 4 meters. It has 3995 mm of length. So moving on to the back, the Vitara Brezza has a rear wiper as well as the complete LED taillight setup just like the S-Cross. So talking about the width of the Vitara Brezza, it has 1790 millimeters in width. So moving on to the S-Cross, even the S-Cross has a rear wiper as well as a complete LED setup for the tail lamps. So talking about the width of the car, the overall width of the S-Cross is 1785 millimeters. So to open the boot, all you have to do is just press a button right there and it opens up without any kind of action required. So talking about the boot space, it has 375 liters of boot space, and also the spare tire is mounted right below it, and the size happens to be 215/60R16. So it's the same in Vitara Brezza as well. All you have to do is just press a button and it rolls up automatically. So talking about the boot space of the Vitara Brezza, it has 328 liters of boot space, and the spare tire is mounted right below the boot, and the size happens to be same as S-Cross, which is 215/60R16. So now let's get inside the Vitara Brezza and see how the interiors of the Vitara Brezza looks like. The Vitara Brezza also has a request sensor even on the passenger side as well as the driver side. You have a small space to keep some documents as well as a small water bottle in the door pad. This is how the passenger side of the Vitara Brezza looks like. The Vitara Brezza actually has two glow boxes. One is cooled and one is not cooled. Even the S-Cross comes with a request sensor even for the passenger side as well as the driver side, just like the Vitara Brezza. It has a small space to keep some documents as well as a small water bottle in the door pads. So this is how the interior of the S-Cross looks like. So now let's get inside the driver side of the Vitara Brezza. You also get the request sensor even for the driver side. So talking about the door design, it actually has some space to keep some documents as well as the water bottle, and you have the controls to control the windows as well as the lock and unlock the car. And here you can find the controls to control your ORVMs. The driver seat of the Vitara Brezza can be height adjusted as well as it can be reclined, just like the S-Cross. So this is how the interior of the Vitara Brezza looks like. On the steering wheel, you have the controls to control the music system as well as the cruise control. And on the driver side, you have the start and stop engine button. And on the right side of the steering wheel, you have the controls to control the headlights. Vitara Brezza also comes with the automatic headlamps. And on the left side of the steering wheel, you have the controls to control the wipers. The wipers work pretty good, and also it has the rear wiper with washer as well. And in the center, you can find the instrumental cluster which has some basic functions. Moving on to the center part of the interior, it has a hazard light switch in the center and two AC vents, and it also comes with a 7-inch Maruti Suzuki Smart Play Studio, which you can find the same in the S-Cross as well. And right below it, you can find the controls to control the air conditioning. Also have the input for aux and USB, as well as a 12-volt charger to charge your phones. And both of the cars is made with a 5-speed manual transmission. And in the center, you have two cup holders and a handbrake, as well as in the center you can find the armrest with some storage space inside. And you also get a sun blinds for a driver side with the document holder. And in the center, it has two huge lights, which is dome lights of course, and these are halogens. And in the center, you can also find the spectacles holder. And in the center, you have auto dimming mirrors, which is pretty good. And for passenger side blindfolds, you have the mirror. So this is how the interior layout of the Vitara Brezza looks like. Even the S-Cross has the request sensor for the driver side. So talking about the door pad design of the S-Cross, it also has some space to keep some documents as well as a water bottle, and you have the controls to control your mirrors, windows, and to lock and unlock the car. So unlike Vitara Brezza, the driver seat of the S-Cross also has the height adjustment as well as the recline function. So just like the Vitara Brezza, on the steering wheel of the S-Cross, it actually has the functions to control their infotainment system as well as for the cruise control. And in the center, you have got the MID screen, which also has some pretty cool functions. So on the right side of the steering wheel, you have got the controls to control headlights. Unlike the Vitara Brezza, the S-Cross also has the automatic headlamps. And on the left side of the steering wheel, it has the controls to control the wipers. Unlike Vitara Brezza, it also has automatic wipers and the rear wiper with the washer. So this is how the interior layout of the S-Cross looks like, and in the center you have got the hazard lighting as well as the two AC vents, and you have got the same exact Smart Play Studio system which is 7-inch as the Vitara Brezza. And right below the infotainment system you can find the controls to control the air conditioning. And here you have the inputs for USB and aux and some space to keep some stuff. So like I said, both of these cars actually has same engine, and also both of these cars are actually mated with the same 5-speed manual transmission. And in the center you have the handbrake as well as the two cup holders, and you have the handbrakes with some space as well as a 12-volt charger to charge your phones. The interior layout of both of these cars are actually very similar, and you have the spectacles holder in the center as well as the dome lights. And also, unlike the Vitara Brezza, you have auto dimming rear view mirror. And the sunblinds in the driver side as well as in the passenger side get the mirrors with lights, which is pretty impressive. So now let's get inside the back seat of the Vitara Brezza. In the door you have some space to keep 1 liter bottle. This is how the back seat of the Vitara Brezza looks like, and also it is pretty spacious as well. In the center you also have got two cup holders with the handrest. The legroom in the Vitara Brezza is also pretty good. So now let's get inside the back seat of the S-Cross. In the back side of the door, you also have some space to keep 1 liter bottle. The back seat in the S-Cross is pretty spacious as well. In the center you have two cup holders as well as the handrest. The legroom in the S-Cross is also pretty amazing. So this is how the Vitara Brezza and S-Cross looks side by side. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share and don't forget to subscribe.